Welcome to the Ponderous Brick Thinker. This is another installment in Learning from the Pros. In this episode, we're going to look at BRICKCRAFT building set 72578, Amaryllis. It comes from their Britannicals line. Just looking around the box, this is a set that's mostly geared for winter. There's a snowflake in the imprint there. But I've seen real-life Amaryllis on sale in stores, probably because this is a flower that blooms in winter, so this is probably a wintertime flower, not that I've personally had experience with it. And then I also noticed there's an adjustable angle feature here, which, okay, so maybe they're onto how to make it, when you have a bouquet, how can you make each one look a little bit different? But let's get started. Oh, okay, not all the copper came together. really strong glue. Oh, okay. So why is that in here? Interesting. So we have this piece. This is a definitely brighter green than normal. Let's see. Uh-oh. There we go. All right, so we're going to start with the stem, but also when I poured it out, and you might have noticed it too. Look at that. It's not exact gradient, but it's a two-tone petal. I thought this was going to be like a dramatic lighting, but it was not. I really thought this was going to be a consistent red throughout, and this is just dramatic lighting, but it looks like a dark red to a normal red. Just showing that this is of the same color, so this is not a random red. It's probably dark red and then goes out to the normal red. But that's an interesting effect there. It says adjust the height to your liking. Okay, so we're going to get this piece here, and then this piece here. Okay, and these are probably for the leaves, yep. All right, so then after putting the height, we get this one in here, and then oh, no, not the black, it's going to be the gray, this one here, and then we get another green tube. Oh, we need a spacer. That's why I was saying, how is it gonna gray? Where is that spacer? There's a spacer. Then it can connect. Interesting. They didn't have to do that. It could have been just consistently building these tubes on top of each other. But then we gotta get black here with this feature where it can make the angles. All right, and then we're going to construct a leaf. I'm trying to understand that. Oh, I was out of frame. I'm trying to understand this, but I'm thinking this is a 1x4 that goes here and another 1x4 goes there. We don't see the in between where you have the finished and put these new pieces on there. But by looking at this, you are only gonna use 4 for both pieces, so that's, yeah, those two. And then there's something peculiar. Look at this. That's thinner than a normal plate, and it's flat, so it doesn't have that recess to put a step in, so it's really thin. And I thought it was something peculiar about the drawing too, but it goes like that, and then like that. So the underside, you don't see the roughness of the insert. And then a 2x2 plate goes here, and then that tail thing there, and then these 2x2 angles, maybe? I've seen them used for roofs. It's like that. Oh, they line up rather nicely. Interesting. Same angle right there. So it goes like that. And then we're going to get this, put underneath. And a 2x2 plate. Okay, so yeah, this is a comparison as to how thin that thing is. It's like that. So this can be something used for detail work too, because it's a rather in between size, thickness. There, tail, and then the angles, 2x2 size. Okay. Then here, this part is up. So that's the other part of making this a unique one, is how tall this is going to go. And the angles here, almost like a tulip. Okay, so then it's time for the flower itself. We're starting with this part, which helps with the making the custom angle. A rod that goes in here, and then we're gonna get this, it's like a steering wheel with a 2x2 with a single stud. Goes right there. Oops, not there. There. Okay, so this first maybe, and then the dark red octave piece goes like that. So we're going to use 6 stacks of 2 3 times. We're going to deliberately leave one of them empty. And let's see why. Okay. So now it gets dramatic. Okay, these whip thingies, and we're gonna put them like this, and they're gonna go into here. There we go. They're of a silicone rubbery feel. And they just need to be pushed in. There we go. go. Whoops. Kind of rotated. There we go. Well, let's see if we can do that. Okay. What do we not need to do? Okay, don't put it on the red, put it on the dark red. Not that one, this one. And here. Okay. Oh, I did it wrong. Okay, so like this. Okay, and then we can do the red, the other three, and they go in kind of in between the previously placed petals. Oops. Red. Okay. Now it goes into this part here. And it's always kind of how to handle it because you do need some pressure. Oh, maybe pressing it this way rather than trying to push it up and down. Okay. Okay, and then they have extra pieces for making this a bouquet ready flower. It is rather simple, but I like that there's this the circular piece that this can be, you know, fine-tuned, adjusted, and that's when you have a bouquet of them, you can make them a little bit different, which is a nice feature. The dark red and the red on the petals, that's kind of nice. And it's not because of the lighting, but that's how it's colored. Okay, so I'm not sure if these flowers are more like this or more flat, but it's rather nice. It's a simple construction. It has the details to make it look more lifelike. But yeah. So this is another piece. I don't know. It looks like it's deliberate plant-like. There are no imprints on it. There's nothing else other than the two tones of red, which can be an interesting feature when you put this in another construction. And yeah, so I rather like this one too. After having done the poinsettia and then other flowers, this is a rather simple put together, and it looks nice. Okay, I can't do it too high because otherwise it goes out of frame. But yeah, so overall, yeah, I like this one too. So yeah. I'm just kind of amazed that when you have something deliberately look like a plant feature, for example, the petals, it does lend itself to be able to interpret this as a flower rather than, ooh, look at all these pieces that are attempting to look like a flower. In some cases, it's successful. Other cases, it's you have to um, appreciate the inventiveness of using those pieces. But I kind of like this direction where these pieces are meant for this set, but now these are available for other constructions too. So this has been the Ponderous Brick Thinker. Thank you for stopping by. If you liked the episode, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of different kinds of sets being put together, go ahead and sign up for notifications and or subscribe and sign up for notifications. And thank you again. See you next time.